What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1,
and we are back at it, giving you more awesome questions answered.
Yeah.
On another installment of For the Greater. And this one comes from Ben Sadik. He says, "Here's a thought that has been bothering me for a while. Why didn't the Emperor, blessings be upon his soul, in his wisdom, just kill off some of the Primarchs? I mean, like Agron, he was obviously a nutcake with the butcher's nails in his brain and so on, or Conrad Kurz. I can't imagine that the Emperor, hallowed be thy name, had any fatherly love towards his sons. I mean, he created them in a lab. Why did he give his most deranged sons armies to command instead of just eliminating them? Keep up the great work, guys."
You know, I have to disagree with you on that one. I actually do think that the Emperor had a lot of love for the Primarchs. And I think, as far as like, when I think about lore, I think the reason that the Emperor didn't kill any Primarchs was because of that love he had for his sons. Even though there is speculation that maybe the unknown Primarchs were killed,
Right.
By him. And then another thing too is, like, even if you push away the fact that the Emperor didn't believe in love for his Primarchs, they were still generals, they were still lieutenants. If you kill a lieutenant, that's just setting off a chain of events that's gonna say, hey, if he's doing that to me, how could he not do that to, or if he's doing that to them, how could he not do it to me?
Right.
Which is another reason why I think some of the Primarchs like Perturabo, maybe Fulgrim, got angry at the Emperor because they found out that the Emperor ordered the death of Thunder Warriors, of the remaining Thunder Warriors. So they kind of saw, like, if you did it to them, they're probably going to do it to the Primarchs.
Right. And then bouncing off of that idea, I think there was something in the lore that said that he made a blind eye to Angron's, like, pillaging, slaughtering, because they were so effective in the Great Crusade.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's morally wrong to have a son that's crazy, but, like, he was built for a purpose. He has to fulfill that purpose.
Right. I mean, yeah, he did send Leman Russ to kind of calm down Angron, but you saw what happened.
Yeah, and even then, it's like Leman Russ, he was ordered to, like, calm him down, not kill him.
Right.
The whole Leman Russ and what's the Emperor's? No,
the Thousand Sons.
Yeah, well, when he went there, the orders came from Horus to attack him.
Right.
Yeah, not from the Emperor. So I hope that answers your response. So would the Emperor ever kill a Primarch? I don't think so.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah. Dark Blood 626. The Chaos Gods are a reflection of the baser emotions of the material species, not the source of them. If Nergal was to die, then a new one would be born to take his place. For as long as life in the universe fears death. Oh, that fears, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I actually didn't think about that. Yeah, you're 100% right. Because even, so you have the major gods, there's lesser gods too, that fulfill different emotions. So yeah, if you kill off Nergal,
something else is just going to take its place.
Which brings you to the point where, like, even if the Emperor were to come back, and he vanishes chaos, it's just gonna happen again.
Right. There's always gonna be an equilibrium.
Yeah. Which is pretty philosophical and pretty amazing in 40K. Sometimes I wonder, like, for Games Workshop, I wonder if, like, Games Workshop, the creators, the initial creators of Warhammer 40K, actually set out to build this, like, ultimate balanced world where, like, chaos and the Emperor are balancing each other out, or if it just, they created a cool story and then we, the lovers of the whole lore, are projecting all this stuff. Comment down below, which one do you think? Next question.
This is from Matthew Gillespie. Nergal is the reflection in the warp of living things' fear of death. As long as life exists, Nergal will exist. Nergal was the first Chaos God and is the most primal of them all.
He is.
Nergal is not the Grim Reaper with the scythe, stalking at night. He is the cause of death. Please, for the love of Chaos Gods, read the Bleeding Chaos Demon Codex at least before you make a video on the subject.
Yeah, that kind of goes along with what the previous person commented. Yeah.
So.
Kind of the same thing, just in a longer way, I guess.
Yeah.
Etheros Fox. Hi, OMS. Thanks for taking my question again. I noticed that Gershwin is often yawning, rubbing his eyes, and that the Sound Alchemist tends to finish his sentences. Wondering if orcs sleep. Thanks. You know, that's right. You do finish my sentences, but that's because we got that mental connection. I've known him since I was little.
Yeah, we were like, what, 5, 4?
I was 4, you were probably 5 because you're
yeah.
older. So yeah, that's why. So do orcs sleep? I would think no. It's kind of like a tree, right? Because
the tree's like a fungus, kind of.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. They're in the same. Is it family?
No, I don't even know. A fungus is its own thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that they have small, or they have situations where they have low consumption of, or like a fungus has low consumption of whatever it's consuming. No, hold on. Let me say that again. So like a plant, it absorbs light, photosynthesis. At night, it's not taking as much, right? It's storing it away. The same thing, and it doesn't go to sleep. A tree doesn't go to sleep, right? A plant doesn't go to sleep. So I think orcs, they don't go to sleep. They just have moments of low energy.
So they like slow down at night.
Yeah, but they don't sleep necessarily. Or maybe they do. I don't know. If I read something in the lore that says, while the orcs slept, maybe that's why they're such good commandos.
But that was a good one, though. Good question.
You stumped me. Get it? Because stump, plant. You're talking about orcs, fungus. That's a stretch, but hey.
All right, on to the next question. The Eternal Chronicler says, Deathwing has been confirmed for Xbox One. That's really good news. That means hopefully PS4 would be a confirmation, because that way I can play it, and I can give you guys epic content on it.
Yes. Booty juice.
Oh.
PC is the true gamers. Oh, sorry. PC is for true gamers. Don't be a trackpad loser.
I guess I'm a trackpad loser, PC. Oh wait, booty juice.
Booty juice.
I'm gonna call you PC juice. Whoa.
Yeah. I would want to buy a nice PC a nice PC system, but it's expensive.
Yeah. Marco Strain. So what is the title about? What's the video about? I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't remember. Read the title from the previous video. Slime Man. By wearing gray, are you hinting at something? Wordbevers? Which leads, weren't Wordbevers red?
I don't know. I haven't done the lore for them yet. So.
Well, and actually I think that's post-heresy. Okay. Which leads me to my question. Will request to be more specific. Would you please do a video on the Wordbevers? They have some deep backstories with a really tragic downfall and once proud Space Marine Legion. They're messed up. We talk a lot about the Wordbevers if you watch the Horus Heresy series. But yeah, we can do that. Also, please don't kill Slaanesh. For Slaanesh's sake, we need those lovely noise marines. But more importantly, everything needs to be louder because the quiet offends him. And as always, for the greater.
Yeah, just going back to the whole which chaos thing will die or whatever. I don't think any chaos god is gonna die, because that's gonna hurt GW sales.
Yep.
They need their 4 gods because they need to put out models and they need to sell those models for those gods. So even though I feel like Slaanesh is you don't see it too often in the battlefield. Like whenever you play games, it's usually Khorne or Nergal.
Yeah.
But I don't think any one chaos god will die.
You know what's crazy? How come Tzeentch didn't become more popular when they introduced the psychic phase?
Right.
That's weird. Yeah. Maybe the rules for it weren't there.
Right. Maybe in the next edition they'll fix the psychic phase or make it easier or something.
Hopefully. Meowing Cat.
Yeah. I leave a small level guy when I take over a gym, so it's easy for the next blue guy to level it up.
See, that's smart. That's what I started doing. But I also do it to send a message. My message is, I'm going to leave this magic... I don't know if I already told you guys this, but I'm going to tell you guys again. I'm going to leave my magic carp here to let you know that I'm going to be back and you could put whatever Pokemon you put there. I'm gonna bring it down. It doesn't go so good though sometimes. Like there's a gym across the street at a church, and they actually got to, I think it's 10 Pokemon. I didn't even know that was possible.
I've only seen like 6 at most.
Yeah, but it was like 2 layers. I was like, whoa.
Was it what, Mystic?
Yeah, it was Mystic. Yeah, Stupid Mystic. Ricky Cohen. Fulgrim himself isn't anything. He's a tiny part of the demon inhabiting his body. Fulgrim was disgusted at what he had done to Ferris, and that disgust and loathing allowed him to be possessed. So, I can't remember. Did him trying to kill Perturabo? Yeah, that was after he killed.
You mean Ferris?
No, he killed Ferris, and then he tried killing Perturabo to turn himself into a demon Primarch, or to turn Perturabo into a demon Primarch, one or the other.
Yeah.
So then that wasn't Fulgrim. That was
No, I think that was the demon. I don't think Fulgrim had possession of himself.
Not yet. Yeah. Interesting. Thanks for the question, or the statement.
Gwibber Wormchild. I suspect Abaddon doesn't have a massive goal in mind, just smaller ones that each slam and harm the Imperium. One day, it'll reach a critical mass, and he and other forces will sweep up the Imperium. I think for now, he would rather simply humiliate and harm the Imperium than outright destroy it. Despair and pain is better for now. This makes the Chaos Gods more and more powerful and gives him greater and greater control and boons. He doesn't need to attack and conquer all at once. The Empire is slowly destroying itself. He's just biding his time. Eventually, he'll come along and stomp on the Empire's neck.
Yeah, that's a possibility too, but I think if Abaddon does not have a set goal in mind, Tzeentch does. That shit, it has to. That god has to. Yeah. And then there was another statement too that you made me think. I don't know, because like it seems as if though every single crusade that he embarks in is furthering a plot.
Right, like it's building on something.
Yeah, like he did something for Nergal to get the plague. What is it called? Nergal's rot. To get control of Nergal's rot. And then he also experimented on orcs for some weird reason. We don't know yet. Maybe that's going to happen in the future. And then he also, the 12th Black Crusade was to conquer or to take control of those huge ships. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please check out our 40 facts on the Black Crusade, the 12th Black Crusade. So it is progressing.
Right. It is building up to something big. And that may be this next one, the 14th.
Yeah. Next question comes from Pyro Chan. Why does everyone hate Slaanesh? That's a good question. I think a lot of it has to do with, in my situation, like bias, because I watch a lot of mini wargaming, and mini wargamer Matt doesn't like Slaanesh.
Yeah, he says he doesn't like the boobs and all that.
Yeah, which makes me think, and then I'm very what is it?
Hands-on.
No. My mind's just moldable, and he molded my mind to hate Slaanesh. But yeah, you're right, Slaanesh is just another god.
Right. I mean, the more I read about him, the cooler he gets. But it's just like...
And he gives Eldar a purpose.
Right. He does eat and take all their souls. Yeah. So
it adds another layer to Slaanesh.
Builds up more to the Harlequins' lore.
Yeah, to that, sorry. To the layer.
Alright, Recon Crusader. He says, Nergal is fucking annoying and disgusting.
He is disgusting. He's extremely disgusting.
But you can say the same for Slaanesh.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Hermaphrodites are disgusting. If you're a hermaphrodite out there, I'm just joking. Is it called a hermaphrodite, or is it called a, what is it? Wait, what's the thing from the Full Metal Alchemist? The
homunculus?
Bad guys? A homunculus?
That's an artificial human.
Oh, in that, right? That's weird.
Right, yeah.
Either one.
Homunculus or hermaphrodite.
We're cool.
Right.
Heike Lind. Please don't show your faces. 40k fan art is extremely more kind for the eyes. Damn, you just called us ugly. Just for that, I'm gonna send you private pictures of my... Next question.
Slice of Pie. A splash of Gersh on the rocks and a sight of sound. Why haven't the... That was pretty cool. Why haven't the Eldar launched an attack on the throne of Terra itself via the giant web portal under it? I know there are demons constantly pouring through the gate, but you'd have to think that after 10 years, they would have found a way to exploit it at least once.
They don't have the resources, and they don't have the
manpower.
Or the desire. I don't know why I can't say that. But yeah, like, they're a dying race. If they go up against the strongest race in the Imperium, they still have to defend their maiden worlds, their craft worlds, and then on top of that, now the Imperium is gonna go after them.
Right.
Like, they're gonna track them down and just destroy them. So yeah, tactically, it's not safe.
It's not a smart idea.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for sending those questions. We're gonna continue answering questions in our Patreon exclusive For the Greater War. It's gonna come out on Tuesday, so please subscribe to the channel and help us out on Patreon. It's just $1. All it is $1, and then you get 4 extra videos a month, plus whatever extra stuff we're gonna be throwing out. We're gonna be experimenting, throwing out maybe some terrain tutorials, some basing tutorials, just to see what's going on. So if you want to be a part of that, please help us out on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for listening.
As always, I am Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1,
and we are One Mind Syndicate, signing out.